I'm just on my way to take care of some business. That's all. Yeah. So for my mother, she's doing good too. Just giving a date up on her as far as condition wise. She had a severe stroke. Everything, and I realized and learning the person's body and stuff like that, and everything. It all comes with recovering. Comes with being staying consistent, and I guess too, it all depends on the severity. Because I didn't know that until there are different types of strokes. All strokes are not the same. Some strokes don't paralyze you. Some of them don't. Some of them just temporarily, like my mother's situation. She had a severe stroke, so it's coming up in September. Be almost 2 years. She haven't really started talking plain at all yet, but she do give good signs. She have good alert. Her alert is very perfect. It's perfect, and that's one thing I can say about that. Um, she, you know, she can't talk plain yet, but she can. She do. She can mumble and say things, but you can't understand what she's saying. You know what I'm saying? You can't make now something every once in a while. You can make out, yeah, okay. She's like, yeah. You like what you say? But that's about it. But that stroke that she had, this is her second stroke, and this stroke was barely severe. It was a real one. This one here, now the first one, just left her with a little limp. She used to give the testimony all the time. Yeah, she used to give the testimony all the time how God brought her through that stroke and stuff like that. She done told it so much. I remember how she told it, and I can practically tell it to other people because I heard her say it over and over and time when she would talk to people. This was back in 2000, I think she said 4. We all had went to Georgia then. But she told the testimony of how the miracle, how the people were just sitting there staring at her, and it was scaring them. But they said one thing we don't understand: how is a woman that's able to still walk and talk and be in her right mind? And my mom said it must be no. The people say it must be a miracle from God. My mama said, yeah, I should, yeah. They say you a God fearing one. I say yes, I am. I pray all the time. And they was like, yeah, that's why. Okay, I see why you the way she always gave the testimony all the time. Every other day she was giving that testimony. They said most people, the average person that comes in here and have a stroke, they be looking like a vegetable. But they said, but what we don't understand, and that was her first stroke, not this one, but the first. What we don't understand, how is a woman who had a stroke 6 or 7 days before it happened still able to walk and talk? My mom said that's when my mama bust out with, hey, no, the people bust out and said it must be a miracle from God. And my mama said, yes, Lord, I pray all the time. I'm a praying woman. They said I could see that. And she would tell it all everywhere she went. She would tell the story. Even when I think when she stood up into her church, when she was going to church and stuff, she would stand up and tell the people, you know what I'm saying, her testimony and stuff, and how she was brought through the stroke, and they was amazed. Because when she would tell certain people, she would come back home and tell me. I would be at home chilling and being on the computer and stuff. She was like, boy, I met some people, and I mean such and such. And I told them that I had a stroke. And I said, well, like, they looked at me and like, they look at me in disbelief. Like, they like, girl, some of them say, ma'am, you don't look like you had no stroke or something like that. They said, yes, I did. They would look at her because they couldn't believe it. They said, you don't look like you had no stroke. My mama would she would say it all the time. But this one here, this one here took. But one thing I'm able to say is I'm grateful and thankful that she still got her alert. She's very good and alert. She still wakes up easy, just like she was before she even had any stroke. She wake up real easy. She's a light sleeper at night. Sometimes I think she's more of a lighter sleeper at night than she is in daytime. I could be wrong on that, but she wake up though now. She's a very light sleeper, and she ain't no dummy neither. You best believe that. My mother, man, she ain't no fool now. Not from a long shot, nowhere. And she wake up easy. I don't care how hard she sleeps, she'll wake up easy. Most of the time, boom. Now, in order for her not to wake up, she has to really, really be just, it'll have to really be a serious. But for the even when she's real tired, she'll still wake up. It may take a minute, she'll wake up and realize, like, dang, boy, I thought she was really asleep. It's really amazing, man. And she's, like I said, my mother's still good and alert, you know. So I think making a full recovery, saying all that to say this in, and if you want a perfect recovery, even especially if somebody went through a severe stroke like my mother, it's gonna take a lot of work. It's gonna take a lot of effort. I mean, when I say a lot, you got to come with it. You can't be playing, because the average person wouldn't make it trying to do that. They wouldn't. You got to have God in your life for one. You do. You got to, man. My mother is the time. Hers is very more severe than any stroke patient that I know of. It's an emergency case at all times. You have to constantly be treated, you know, because the stroke was so severe. That's probably why it's hard work. But like they say, hard work pays off. You know, so to me, a person making, from my experience working with, being there and doing what I'm doing and stuff like that, it takes a consistent. You can't. You got to stay consistent at all times. All time. You got to be in shape mentally. You got to be stable mentally, man. I'm telling you. If you're not stable mentally, you're not gonna you'll crash. But at the same time, if you love doing it, that's what's gonna make it a lot easier. If you love it, you got to love it. You got to be passionate about it. You know? Yep. By the grace of God, she's on her way and on her road to recovery. By the grace of God, yep, she's on her way, on her road to recovery. Yep, my mother's on her way to recovery. That's what I name it. Yeah, you have to believe that. You have to be confident. You have to trust. And I'm telling myself that. I'm not talking to nobody else. I'm talking to myself. So I see y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next video, in the next vlog. Or y'all will catch me in the next vlog, I should say. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna see y'all later, man. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'll be back a little later on.